What's like the worst part of the job, though?
The worst part about what I do is probably just people following me all the time. Like, always, like, with the camera. Or...
Well, we had a privacy issue recently, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
If those were my pictures, Justin...
You'd be happy?
I'd plaster them everywhere.
Really?
My Christmas card, my Facebook default. I'd take an ad out in my local newspaper. Okay?
All right.
I would be a lucky, lucky man.
I mean, at the end of the day, the photos, I mean, they're not terrible. But honestly, at first and before the reaction was what it was, and still with the reaction, I still felt like I wanted to keep that part for me.
Yeah.
You know, I was never... But I felt like it was a little bit of an invasion of my
completely.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, complete invasion of privacy.
I just don't want people to think that I'm like,
Yeah.
Nudes, what up?
Flaunting, you know?
Yeah. No, I felt like, it was a lot.
And, okay, so at what point do you feel okay with it? Is it when the people are like, yo.
What am I going to do now? It's out there. So the more I stress about it, I'm like, it's out. So what can I really do?
You're 100%.
Oh, what do you think about your dad's comment about
I thought it was hilarious. What do you feed that thing, he said.
Wait,
are you like embarrassed or like dad?
No, it's just such a dad thing to say.
So dad.
And when I found out people were hating on him for saying that, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what dad wouldn't be proud of that? It's not like he's saying it to an 11-year-old. I'm 21 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
my dad would be very proud too.
Yeah.
Keith wants to know, our video guy, he was just really interested. Do you have a name for it?
The fans do. Ooh. They call it Jerry.
Jerry?
Jerry, yeah.
Yeah, you can adapt that, you know?
I could.
I think you got like big in front, like Big Jer. Because it's impressive. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, those pictures are something.
Thank you, dude. I guess. Man. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going.
Purpose. Tell me the story behind the name.
So basically for a while there, I felt like I kind of lost my purpose, or felt like I lost my purpose. And I feel like I finally got my purpose back. And I just want people to be encouraged by that and be inspired by that and know that, hey, maybe I lost my purpose, or maybe I don't know what my purpose is, but that word is so important in life, just to have something to reach for and have that purpose. And I don't know, I have this platform to do so much, and I want to be able to inspire people.
What is your purpose?
I think my purpose is to inspire people and use my platform to help people.
Do you remember when that clicked for you and you realized your purpose?
Yeah. I think that as you grow up, and I grew up in the industry, so a lot of the things I was doing just became just normal. And like when I was performing, it was just normal.
Of course.
To perform for 20,000 people is just normal, you know?
It's
and
insane.
It shouldn't be normal. You should, every time you should love it, and you should thank God for it and just like be thankful. I kind of lost that, and I was meeting people doing Make-A-Wishes, and it was just going through the motions rather than like, these are my fans who've been waiting for hours to meet me, and I'm just giving them one of these. Like, but something finally clicked, and I was finally like, you know what, I want to engage with them. I want them to feel like I'm connected with them. And, yeah. Do
you enjoy your old music, like performing it, or have you kind of moved on from that and you're all about the new stuff now?
I just wasn't really as passionate about the last, and I had to, of course, in interviews and stuff, I had to say like, yo, listen to this, this is amazing, I loved it, but like, I wasn't really that connected to what I was doing before.
It wasn't you.
And it wasn't me, and it wasn't coming from me. And
I think
the
you
music,
can tell.
I wasn't writing the music, and I guess you could tell.
I think you can, I was going to say, I think you can tell that this one is more you.
Yeah.
This album, it sounds like, I mean, what we've heard so far.
Yeah.
It's art. It really is.
Yeah, and it's not like, I'm not trying to do anything I'm not trying too hard. I'm just making the music that I want to make, and people are loving it and having fun. For me, what it took this whole transition to a new level is that I went through an uncomfortable phase where I went and stayed with this pastor in New York for like 2-3 weeks, and it was uncomfortable for me. Like I felt like I wasn't good enough to be around these people who are like perfect. It felt like, and
why did you feel that way, and why did you live with a pastor to begin with?
So no, it was basically because I was just in a weird place, dude. And I felt it in my soul. I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was growing up. My mom raised me as a Christian, but as I was growing up, there was so many weird Christians that I came across that was just like, I don't think I want to be a Christian.
Yeah.
You know? And then I got to a point where I was so lost. I'm like, let me try to revisit my faith. But I did it with these people because I know that their view on their faith is so much different than most Christians. Because most Christians are like, I'm going to do this so that God can love me. I'm going to like, if I show up wearing this, like, he'll respect that, you know? But that's not what God is. Like, if God is based on love, it's I love you first, regardless of what you do, rather than you do this and then I'll love you. Does that make sense?
He loves you no matter.
He loves you no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can go do what you want, but it just if God's based on love, like if I love my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna want to cheat on her because I love her so much. It's not like if I don't cheat on her, she's gonna love me more, or you know what I mean? It's like you've developed a relationship with God, and so that you don't want to do that other stuff.
Yes.
And you don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to hurt people because you're like, oh, like God loves me. I have, you know, and you're able to. But when it's about religion and about the works and about all this other stuff that's just kind of irrelevant, and going to church every Sunday, like, I'm gonna go to church every Sunday to believe in God. If you want to, and that's what works for you, cool. But like, there's so many people that came around and they're like, blessings, God. Just because you say like these weird Christian things doesn't make you.
Mean anything?
Is it does that make you better? Like,
yeah.
So it kind of got weird for me, the whole faith and religion thing, and but when I kind of realized what it should be and not what it was portrayed to me as what it was, it made it so much like cooler and easier for me to comprehend.